Okay, kids, I'm not convinced we're going to do this in class with this notation, but we do need to talk about performing transformations when we're not on the coordinate plane. And this is difficult until you understand what you're looking at. This notation here is a bit tricky. That capital T means translation, and it means translate the point P along line segment AB. So what we're going to do is we're going to take point P and we're going to translate it along line segment AB. So you take that line segment and that's your guide, that's your direction, that's your length. You're going to go from A to B, that exact length. And now our new point P prime is right there. And then every other part of the rhombus is going to move along the same line. So A prime is now on top of B. B has been moved the exact same way. So B prime is over here. C has been moved the exact same way. C prime is up here. And D has been moved along this line segment right here, AB. So D prime is up here. So you're basically just taking one part of the given shape and using it as a way to translate the rest of the shape. So your new rhombus would be there. And I will run through that one more time real quick. This line segment AB becomes the guide. It is the whole shape is going to move that direction from A to B and exactly that far. So the whole shape moves, every point on the shape moves exactly that far, and we get the same rhombus but just kind of shifted over. And then the part of the rhombus that would map onto BC, well, DA is now overlapping BC, and they've got this last question here at number 8. Identify a translation of the rhombus that would map exactly one point of the rhombus onto exactly another point. So if we wanted to map exactly one point onto another point, we could maybe map from D to B. So we would map that line segment. The whole shape is going to move over DB. And you would write that translation along line segment DB, and then you could say point P, but really we're going to do every point. And I know there's not a line segment there, but that's still considered a legitimate thing to do. So one more time, we want to overlap one point onto another. So we want a rhombus that is either here or one that is up here. So either you could do a translation from D to B, the exact length of DB, which would be like this, or you could do a translation A to C, which would move the whole shape up exactly the length of that line and the direction of that line. And I don't know, that might be a little advanced. I'm not sure if we're going to do it exactly like this in class. But this is transformations off the coordinate plane.